Hello. Um, Bittersweet news, I guess. Today was the first visit I got with my son in 3 weeks, and it was a good visit once it started. And I got to see him, and we hung out for a while. Me and my daughter, we went and ate a Chinese restaurant and had a good time with him, and just chilled out. Went and seen some family and hung out with some friends, and it was a good time. It just sucked when I had to take him back. I mean, what else can I say about that? But I mean, I'm having a really hard time right now. I've been, I've, I'm gonna have to go to the doctor. As bad as I hate to, and I think I'm gonna have to get on some antidepressants or something like that because I'm undiagnosed PTSD, I believe, or CPTSD, and I'm gonna have to get it done because if not, I'm afraid that things for me will not end well. And I don't mean to be all doom and gloom, but you tear somebody down in a relationship for 14 years and you give everything to the other person you got, and they know everything about you, how to do that, and they just annihilate you and use everything they can to hurt you. And for me, I've got a big heart, and she knows how to rip it out. Uh, we My visits. Well, the day started out. I'm just telling this for whatever reason. I'm just telling you how it happened today. We were supposed to. I was actually supposed to go court ordered to her house and pick him up. Which right off the bat, stress, stress, stress. I can't stress that stress enough. I had my grandfather go with me as a witness. My daughter didn't want to, and I can understand that. She and I just we got it in that house. And hang on, I'm having. Oh, well, me and my grandpa, we pulled up to the house. We were actually 10 minutes early. I honked the horn. I saw some of my other children looking out the window. Nobody came outside. Instead, I got a text like a minute before 8 saying they're at the police station. That's where you're supposed to meet them at. And the judge ordered me to go to the house. And I even asked him that in court the other day if there was any place or any way that I could go somewhere else. And he told me, no, this is my order, this is what you do. Because there's an ex parte against her, or against me by her. And I was like, well, I don't want to violate that. And he explained to me that, once this order's in effect, it supersedes that for that day or whatever. And so I hurried up and got up to the police station. She wasn't even at the police station. She was parked half a block away. And I parked in front of the police station, and my son, it took her like 2 minutes to get out of her vehicle. I just sit in mine until I saw her getting out. Once that happened, I got out. She got out and buckled our son and got him out. I mean, he's a 10-year-old boy. He knows how to get out of a vehicle. And she sat there and he hauled around with him for about 4 more minutes or 5 minutes. Then had my oldest daughter walk him over to me. And I actually got to tell her that I loved her. And I don't know if it did any good. I don't know if she really cares if I do or not, because she's just completely brainwashed. I mean, I hate to say that about my own daughter, but she's so locked into what bullshit she's been fed. They all are, except for my other daughter, who was the scapegoat. I'm having a hard time focusing. I'm sorry. Oh, once I said that, they told me that I had to bring him to her work to drop him off. I said no. I said my ex-wife is all the way across, half a block away pretty well, and my daughter is doing the talking for her. I said no. I said the court order says I have to go there, and that's where I'm going to drop him off at. And I heard my ex say, your lawyer got a hold of you, which I never received a call from my lawyer. Where I live at, I get very poor service. So if he tried to call, I don't know. But I never received a call. And so I'm just going to follow the court order. Dang. Then she called my son back over to her and bent over and whispered something in his ear and kind of hugged him and kissed him again or some crap like that. And then he came over and she was kind of hateful about some stuff. And I was just like, I'm not being hateful with you. Can you not be hateful with me? And she mouthed again. I just like, whatever. And I let it go. We finally got took off. And by that point, I was happy to see my son. And this is where a conflicting emotion came in for me. And it was hard to process. And it actually took me a little bit of time, probably a good 2 hours, to settle myself out. That I was just so happy to see him. But at the same time, I was thinking, man, if I just give him back to her, I never have to deal with her again. And that really tore me up inside, that I would even feel that way. This kid is my everything, except for God. And my other daughter. I mean, he's my son. I mean, what guy doesn't have a special place for his son? Just like, you have a special place for your daughter. I mean, it's just... But he was a mini-me at one time. I mean, we were inseparable. And that's one thing she hated about it. Is he was just like me. We did everything the same. He was attached to my hip all the time. In fact, today he was following me around. And I actually recorded the whole day on my voice recorder just in case anything got said. But there's several times on there where he's just talking about how good a time he's having and how he missed me and just different things. I actually had to bookmark it because I knew I'd forget it. But I don't remember where I was at. But shit's hard for me right now. I mean, it's really, really hard. And I was talking to my daughter, and I was like, I hope I'm not making you feel left out or like you're not nothing or anything. I said, if I did, I'm sorry, And I really wasn't trying to, but I don't want her to feel that way. And I kept telling my son, throughout the day, I was like, you can call and text me anytime you want. You just can't do it from her phone. I won't answer it. And he's like, yeah. And he got my... I have Snapchat now just so I could talk to my daughter whenever I was working on this place and she was staying with my aunt. I could still conversate with her because she doesn't have phone mentoring, but she has Wi-Fi. And he got my screen name and stuff, or whatever you want to call it. And hopefully I'll hear from him, but man, sometimes I just wish I'd have stayed. I know I probably wouldn't have made it another month or two, but that would have been a month or two of normal. I've been praying and praying and praying. And I know God hears me. And I know He's there. And I know He's working in my life. But it's really hard to see right now, and I know it's because I'm wanting to do things my way and not His way. I just don't understand a lot of this. I know I'm on a lot of support groups for PTSD and a lot for narcissist recovery, and I hear so much of the other people's stories that are so much like mine. And even though it gives you a little bit of encouragement that these people are getting better, I can too. It's still a bitter pill to swallow. It seems like I'm just running out of hope. I mean, I'm so grateful for my visit today. But I never was a bad dad. I never did anything to hurt my children. I took so much for them. And I don't understand how someone can live with themselves by twisting children's heads around and knowing that they're hurting people. I can't fathom that. And it just really makes me feel sorry for her in a way. Because she's got to be hurting so bad that she would crawl inside her own self and just stay that way. I just really think she's in constant defense survival mode. And it's kind of, I'm going to hurt you before you hurt me. I don't know. That's the only way I can rationalize someone like that. I've been praying for her. I really wish she would change. Not so we can work it out, and not so much as I could see my kids more, just so she could be a better person and be a happier person. But that's the same shit that got me screwed up now, is thinking that. But it's a hard thing to just say, you know what? This person's a waste. There's no redeeming qualities in this person. I would like to think that that's impossible to be that way. But I know for a fact I've tried to get her to get help for her anger and for her abuse, and she never would. And I know a lot of y'all have been through that. I've seen it on Facebook and stuff. It's horrific that people prey on other people like this and get away with it for the majority of the time. And if you're a man, it's even worse. I'm sorry, women, but it really is. Because you got all the minorities that hate white people, and then especially white men, and then you got a large, vast majority of women that don't like men because a lot of men are jerks, but not all of us are. But I guess, that's the same with narcissists. Not everybody's a narcissist. It's, but anyway, I digress. For the past couple of days, I've been struggling really, really bad. It's been the lowest I've been in a while. And I was really down on myself today for my behavior on how I thought this morning. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether my son, I've seen a lot of the same things that was in him. It's like he wanted to be that person he was with me, but it's like he was really afraid. She just got in his head. So I didn't push him. I didn't question him. I didn't do anything like that. That's why I say I recorded the whole thing in case anything's said. And I didn't ask him questions because it was being recorded. I didn't do that because I didn't want to do him that way. That's the whole reason I stood up for them, so they didn't have to go through crap like that. And I know how it feels. I know I'm just going here and there with everything, but shit hurts, man. And if there's anybody out there that's as low as I am, I don't know what to tell you, but dig down, find some kind of reason, because there's got to be one. I keep trying to find one for myself, and that's become my reason, is to keep looking for a reason. Before it was always my children. I would do anything for them, and I took everything for them, but I realized that they're not always going to be there like that for me to say, I need to do this for them. I have to start doing it for me. And I don't know. But that's all I got for now. Thank y'all.